the following presentation of the National Football League.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. But tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in prime time, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
The numbers for Benson in last week's ball game. 18 carries, 85 yards.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's caught. It's a rookie from Oregon. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
On first down, it's Benson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's the kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. If you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Brings up second and 2 at the Giants' 33-yard line.
Running out of the gun here with Benson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Cardinals at 0-7, winless to start the year. And they come in wondering what on earth is going on here.
And, Brandon, I reflect back to one time they had one of those deep philosophical talks about getting up every day and going to work and the whole deal. Can you imagine what it's like for this team? Every morning they wake up. They haven't won a game yet. How do they figure their way out of this one? How do they play well enough to get at least one win before this season is over?
Play action. Here's Hurts. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's third and 2. They'll try to run for it with Benson. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on third and 2. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Hurts sets up to throw it. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
73.
A give up the middle with Benson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And the ball situated at the 9, second and goal.
Great, set.
Hurts. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a third and goal situation. Benson. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jalen Hurts with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Now the try here for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. And able to get this out to the 25. So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. They're led out by a former first-round selection back in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss. Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Looking to put a drive together. Here's Dart. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts. This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Play action. Now Dart. And that's going to be incomplete. You look at this Arizona defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Dart going to look to throw here. Over to Melvin Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterbury. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. To the air, Dart. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they called his number in this one.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They go play action with Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
They run over center of Benson. And that running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Hurts. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Giants offense and receiver Malik Neighbors headed onto the field. And he's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, so to no one's surprise, his name sits near the top of the list in terms of most receptions by a wideout this season. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Go! 70 Lions!
They'll fake the give. Now it's Dart. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Let's go now.
To throw now, Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now he'll try to run with this. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. 1st down, here's Scatterby. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Cam Scatterby, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, they'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. He's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? From the 33, here's 2nd down and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
He's going to air one out. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They'll try the jet sweep with Harrison. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And he's caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 74 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Great. Trevor. Count up,
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Short one here, caught by McBride. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
From the gun, it's Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harrison. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw again. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marvin Harrison Jr. there to make the grab. And the Cards are an extra point away from evening this one up. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The New York set to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On the ground, it's Scalaboo to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Let's go now.
Here's Dart. It's caught. Smith. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On play action, here's Dart. That one taken in by Neighbors. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw, Dart. Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw, Dart. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Dart looking to throw again. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
Our trip around the
past the halfway point of the season, and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. It's no secret they have been struggling big time. They've gone 2 months without a win, 8 straight losses. But right now they do have the lead. Now Dart. Smith catches left side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Tracy going to get it on first down. Gets around it. And he takes this one down almost almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That's another Giants first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
To Malik Neighbors. 10 yards on the pickup.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll run the option on third and short yardage. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's another Giants first down. First and goal.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good to make it 21-17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now out come the Giants. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throwing from the gun here, Dart. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Dart. Right back to Tolbert. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 7.
Let's go.
They'll go play action here with Dart. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levers doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now first and 10. Dart going to give the scannable. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Giants, first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Give up the middle, Scatteroo. Oh, what a move. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
First down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Giants. Malik Neighbors with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Cardinals offense and running back Trey Benson headed back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 87 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On first down, right back to Benson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Hurts. That's complete to McBride. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr., his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
No problem there on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. Well, the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
Bronco switch.
looking to put a drive together. To the air, Dart. This is Smith with a ground. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the handoff, this is Scatterboo. He stiff arms it, evades the tackler, and now some space. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Dart. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Devontae Smith, 32 yards. And the Giants answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Crew able to connect on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Now a crease, now a hit, and a loose football. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down. A handoff here to Benson. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. And even 100 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Throwing is Hurts. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Clayton. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
First down, Cardinals.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Here comes Benson on the toss right. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Great. Let's go. Trim it.
They'll run with Benson. But he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Great. Set.
And they'll run again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try to run with Benson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey Benson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point safely through. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
But look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
This 7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing, dart. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards, good for a giant first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
He'll dump this out to Scatterby. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
43-yard line.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing his dart. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's 2nd and a yard. An inside run with Scatterbrain. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Theo Johnson, 32 yards. And the Giants have regained the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good.
Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Benson. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
At the 40-yard line.
Final minute of play. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He's got McBride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And the Cardinals.
He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this one is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
He's back to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And it's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So they converted their first 2 fourth-down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that third one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second, kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.